Welcome back to this week's show. Starting this off, I want to talk about the Time Walk alternate art and Force of Will alternate art that Wizards is giving away on oversized cards at Gen Con. I believe it's for first place for Vintage gets the Time Walk, and the Legacy champ gets the Force of Will. The Force of Will art I'm really liking because it harks back to the original Force of Will artwork with lots of red and kind of a little bit of blue in there. I would prefer something like more of a misdirection approach, but it fits in with the original card idea, so I'm happy about it. Let's just leave it at that. That's the big news of the week. And let's talk about Duels of the Planeswalkers 2012 for just a minute. So the gameplay is smoother, but it still has its small bugs. It takes a while getting used to the controls, but much more enjoyable than the first Duels of the Planeswalkers game. The combat system is more natural and fluid in appearance. The weights are shorter, it's by a small amount, but it still counts. And the learning curve is still really good in the game, still better than the first one. The tutorials are very well done for helping new players learn how to play, and the options menus are they're pretty decent. Let's just leave it at that. A voiceover would have been nice for some of the tutorial stuff, but those of you that are listening are not new players, so we really don't need to get into that. I'm not disappointed with the game at all. Let's just get that out in the open, because it's not Magic Online. It's just playing Magic like a regular game, but it's not your traditional like MTGO. Here you have a set amount of decks you can have and what you can build with them. There's not a lot of customization in the form of taking cards in and taking cards out, but there is some. Okay. After you beat the campaign mode, the revenge mode is unlocked, and that's where the game really starts to pick up, because the campaign is just like learning how to play, and you learn a little bit about combat tricks along the way. The revenge mode is where it's at. You actually feel like you're being challenged a little bit, and you actually do start to lose games. The Arch Enemy game mode is actually really cool. It's pretty much a breeze to get online and play it. I definitely recommend anyone who has played online to at least check it out, because it's definitely worth checking out. So let's take a look at some screen images here. The majority of the screen images are just like this, except there's like, I've seen at least like 12 or 10 different kinds of pictures, okay? And they come up during the loading screens, and they give you tips on character storylines or in-game mechanics. Like, if you have a card that costs 2 and 2 white, you got converted mana costs of 4, then 2 of those lands need to be able to produce white mana, and 2 of them doesn't matter what color they produce. So little bits of information like that, but they do look really nice on the screen. It's not like pixelated or anything. They look really nice. Of course, pixelation is going to depend on what you're watching it on and resolution size, and yeah. All I'm saying is art looks good. On this image, we're looking at what an Arch Enemy game looks like, and there's a lot going on in this picture, but I just want you to notice the frontal image of Go for the Throat, and how it's targeting the green guy in front of him, and how there's an attack happening in the background with the red line going across. So it's kind of confusing to look at first, because you have all these different things happening, but it's no more confusing than what you're mentally doing in your head in any other multiplayer game. It's just a lot of visuals going on. You gotta get used to where the buttons are going when you press them, because it's intuitive, but it's not perfect. But that's just an image just to give you guys an idea on how it looks. The combat sequences themselves don't get much more detailed than this. You got a number that pops up, maybe a fast animation effect, and that's it. On this one-on-one duel, we got just 2 quick creatures fighting. One's dealing 4, one's dealing 2. There's nothing else going on, but they just pop up on the screen like that, just like in the other Duels of the Planeswalker. I was hoping that it would move a little faster, and it does, but it's still time-consuming if you actually watch every animation. So just skip over them. Everyone just skips over them. Just do it. So overall, I'm very happy with the turnout for the game. One thing I especially like about it is there's a ton of deck variety and just different strategies you want to try out. So there's a black-green elves, so it's got elves plus removal. Mono-black vampires, which use Bloodthirst. Blue-green ramp for fatties, including Eldrazi guys. So there's quite a bit of variety in the different kinds of decks you can play. And I'm really hoping that they release a couple of expansions for it, like they did with the last Duels of the Planeswalkers, because I will definitely be picking those up. Now we're going to change gears a bit and look at the card alters of Klug. And this guy does some really amazing work. You know, comic book, movie, TV. He can paint pretty much anything onto a card. All right, the guy does truly amazing work. Let's take a look at some of his finer pieces that I found online. And by finer pieces, I mean pieces that cost a lot of money. So here is a Black Lotus that has been altered in such a way that is absolutely amazing. Okay, the detail on this is stupendous. There's so many different colors going on. It's totally professional. And if you look from the foreground to the background, I mean, the blend of colors, it works. It's definitely got its own unique twist on it. I just really love the background of the Black Lotus itself, the original background for it, how he incorporated that into like a window thing going on, and it's a flower in front of a window, and there's this woman looking at it, and mana symbols in the back are just there for appearance's sake. But it's a really fantastic job. Whatever he got paid to do it, or whatever he sells it for, is definitely worth the money. It is an excellent piece of art. For the Moxes, he's doing like the old Guru look to it for the basic lands. It's totally fantastic looking. The little bits and mistakes you find in there, if you find any at all, is not going to take away from what you see. He is just fantastic with color blending, color matching, and just overall, he's just perfected what he does to the point where you're getting quality. Okay, Klug is the altar of the week, I guess. Card alterer of the week. So klugalters.blogspot.com is where you can find him and his work. Definitely check out his gallery. It links to a Photo Bucket account. Definitely check it out if you like anything that you've seen here. I might do something like this again in the future. I might not, but it was just amazing enough that I felt like I should share it with the community. So that's going to do it for this week's show. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Have fun at Gen Con for those of you that are going. I'll probably go next year. I'm definitely not going this year. I just can't get around to it. So peace out.